Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to today's segment of Bgsn. I'm Joshua Hagelman, and happy National Barbecue Day.
And I'm Bree. Today we'll be taking a look at Penny Wars and our final shows here at Bgsn.
But first, here's Garrett Norcross with this week's weather forecast.
So, Hornets, welcome to today's weather forecast. I'm Garrett. As you know, today is the perfect day to chill out on the beach, maybe go swimming in some waters. As you guys can probably tell, today is beach day for those seniors for Senior Spirit League, so let's actually get into the weather forecast. Today will be a cool 79 degrees, possibly peaking at 80 later today. There is luckily no chance of rain, so anyone looking to go outside for a barbecue, you will be in the cool shades of the clouds. Tomorrow will sadly be a rainy day, but let's put those frowns upside down because there's only a 40% chance of it. So fingers crossed, everyone, because the high is a smoking 85 with a low of 65. Going into the weekend, Saturday, we'll look how today looks. However, there is only a teeny tiny chance of rain, coming with about a 10%. The high for Saturday is coming at a nice 85, and the low will be a cool 67 degrees. Ending this week, Sunday's rain percentage is coming with a thunderous 80% chance, and there will be a high of 76 and a low of 57. That is all for your surf and weather forecast. Stay cool and stay dry, Hornets. I will now toss it over to my buds at the desk, Josh and Bree, for the rest of the news.
There is a change in the game. Here I am with more. As most of you know, the Penny Wars has been going on this week. Yesterday, an email was sent out informing us that there has been some rule changes. A dollar bill is now worth 150 points, and pennies are now worth -5 points. I caught up with a BGHS student to tell us his thoughts on the new rules.
I actually think the new rules are going to be equalizer in the penny war because, as we all know, Miss Bryant's in first with 11,800 and some odd points, but she's doubled second place. So this new equalizer rule, it's going to help out everybody. Definitely, there's no doubt. If classes have been saving up and playing this game with strategy, that's an easy first place.
And as a reminder, Miss Bryant is still in first place with 11,856 points. Good luck to all from BGHS. This has been Bree for BGSN.
As many of you here at BGHS know, this is one of our last shows. Jaden Petty went out to get more on the subject.
This week is a very hard week for many seniors, especially ones here in BGSN. I talked with senior Bree Abney on what she's going to miss from BGSN this year.
I think I'm going to miss the people the most. I'm definitely going to miss Mr. White. The class I'm going to miss, not so much the work, but the people and just the environment overall definitely made it worth it. I'm going to miss.
I then asked what her favorite memory is going to be from BGSN.
Your favorite memory?
I can't think of one specifically, but my favorite things when I look back are just like the times where we would all be eating lunch at Mr. White's office and just like hanging out, talking, laughing, you know.
That's all for me, Hornets. Have a great summer. Back to Bree and Josh at the desk.
The Indiana Repertory Theater started their youth auditions, and although the spring auditions ended, they still have their fall ones. Here's Madison with more.
Here at Beach Grove High School, we have had many incredible plays and musicals, including Wizard of Oz, Boing Boing, and Clue. However, we only perform 2 plays a year, meaning that those interested have a tough chance at getting a role. Luckily, if acting interests you, the Indiana Repertoire Theater just announced their youth audition schedule for 2019 to 2020. Spring auditions will be Monday, May 13th and Tuesday, May 14th from 5 to 6:45 p.m. Fall auditions are Monday, August 5th and Tuesday, August 6th from 5 to 6:45 p.m. as well. If interested, you will be auditioning for A Christmas Carol, The Watson Goes to Birmingham, Sense and Sensibility, and IRT's very own Summer Shakespeare Conservatory. Callbacks will be in mid-August if you plan on auditioning. For more questions, you can visit IRT's website. The IRT Youth Program hopes to see multiple new faces. This has been Madison Stratton for BGSN.
Hey, Bree, did you hear that the yearbooks are finally in?
I did, Josh. The yearbook staff has put a lot of effort into making this year great.
This year's yearbook was dedicated to Coach English, featuring the quote, "Standing Tall Together," and "We Before Me" on the back with the colors gray and orange. You know, Bree, it's so cool that there's even a whole spread dedicated to him. And the design of this year's yearbook is different than it has ever been before.
I'm glad I bought one earlier because these books really do look so good.
They're still on sale, Bree, with a few left this week until tomorrow. They will be $45. After that, they will be $50. Come to the studio to buy one.
If you've already bought one, you can come pick it up in the studio. See Mr. White.
Senior graduation is coming up, and you should have been sent an email about information you need to know. Graduation practice is on May 31st at 12. Commencement is a day later on June 1st at 10. Tomorrow is the last day to sign up for walking partners. If they aren't signed up, one will be decided for you. Dress requirements can be found in that email that was sent. If you don't have your cap and gown yet, please email Mrs. Matthews as soon as possible. Now we're going to throw it over to my good buddy, Jonathan Dans, for sports.
Hello Hornets and welcome back to sports. Tonight boys golf will have a meet versus Shortridge High School. Varsity softball will travel to Trafalgar to take on the Indian Creek Braves, and the varsity baseball team will travel all the way up to the north side tonight to take on Brebeuf Jesuit. Now in the NBA, the Raptors and Bucks had the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals last night, and it was a fun game to watch. The Raptors were leading 83-76 going into the fourth quarter, but the Bucks would have a huge comeback thanks to Brook Lopez. The Bucks would score 32 points in the fourth quarter, while the Raptors only scored 17. Every Raptor that wasn't named Kyle Lowry went 0 for 15 in the last quarter. The Bucks would get the win 108-100. They now lead the series 1-0, and the next game is in Milwaukee tomorrow at 8:30. The second game of the Western Conference Finals is tonight when the Trailblazers go to Oracle Arena to try and take down the mighty Warriors. The Warriors are still without Kevin Durant, but yeah, they should be just fine with their 4 other All-Stars. The Warriors currently lead the series 1-0. On the NHL side of things, the Boston Bruins are only 1 win away from making it to the Stanley Cup Finals, and they will play the Carolina Hurricanes in Raleigh tonight at 8 o'clock. On the western side, the St. Louis Blues will host the San Jose Sharks again. The Sharks currently lead that series 2-1, and that game will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. The NBA lottery happened on Tuesday night, and it had some wild picks. The LeBron-led Lakers got the 4th overall pick. The New York Knicks only got the 3rd overall pick. The Memphis Grizzlies got the 2nd overall pick, and the New Orleans Pelicans got the 1st overall pick. Many people expect the Pels to take Zion Williamson with the pick, but many don't know if Zion will want to play in the Big Easy. Anthony Davis still wants to be traded out of New Orleans, so the Pels might trade the 1st overall pick, but it's anyone's guess. The Grizzlies made it known that they would take Murray State guard Ja Morant, and the Knicks are expected to take R.J. Barrett, Zion's teammate from Duke. The wrestling season has ended, but individual athletes are on the team are still making advances. Malachi talked to Coach Williams about these students.
The 2019 wrestling season is pretty much over, but there are still some athletes on the team competing for bigger things. Students Jacob Skinner and Max Conomado qualified for an exclusive tournament, which will take place later this year. It is a national tournament and only few are invited. It is in North Dakota, and plenty of college scouts will be there looking for young talents. I asked Coach Williams on how they made it and how proud he is of them.
Tell me how proud you are of the 2 that qualified.
Pretty proud. They've been working hard for most of the season, and finally it's paying off. They both get a chance to compete at the national level at Fargo, North Dakota at the end of the summer.
Williams also told me how fun it is to watch Skinner and Commodore wrestle. He says they try their hardest every match, and it really shows. This is why these 2 were elected to go to the USA tournament later this year in July. Congratulations to these guys on working hard and getting recognized. I'm Malachi McGuire for Beech Grove Student News.
Well, Hornets, that is all for this Daily Dose of Sports. Back to Josh and Bree at the desk.
That's all for today's dose of Beech Grove Student News.
Be sure to click that bell icon to get notified when we go live. I'm Bree.
And I'm Josh. Remember, Hornets, you're beautiful. You're one of a kind. Have an absolutely thriving Thursday.